The screen flickers to life. A sea of faces illuminated by the harsh glow of digital billboards. I stand at the edge of the crowd, my white coat, a stark contrast against the sea of protesters. Their chants echo through the streets, a desperate plea for justice in a world where life has become a commodity. AI for all, AI for all. I close my eyes, remembering the day everything changed. It was 2027 when the breakthrough came, an artificial intelligence system that could diagnose and treat multiple types of cancer with near-perfect accuracy. We called it Cura, short for Cancer Universal Remediation Algorithm. It was supposed to be our salvation, the end of a scourge that had plagued humanity for centuries. But salvation, it turns out, comes with a price tag. The camera pans across my face, capturing the weariness in my eyes as I recall the events that led us here. In the background, holographic news feeds flicker with images of protests and corporate logos. I was there when Cura made its first diagnosis, I say, my voice barely audible above the crowd. A stage 4 pancreatic cancer patient terminal by all previous standards, but Cura saw patterns we couldn't even imagine. It devised a treatment plan so precise, so tailored to the patient's genetic makeup, that within months the cancer was gone, completely eradicated. The scene shifts to a sterile lab, where I stand before a wall of screens displaying complex molecular structures and scrolling data. My fingers danced across a holographic interface, manipulating 3D models of cancer cells as they shrink and disappear. We thought we'd won. I continue, my voice tinged with bitterness. But we were naive. We didn't account for human greed. The lab fades away, replaced by gleaming corporate towers stretching into the sky. Men in expensive suits shake hands, their smiles predatory as they sign away the rights to Cura. The corporations move fast. Patents were filed, licenses restricted. Suddenly, the miracle cure we had worked so hard to create was available only to those who could afford it. And the price was astronomical. Images flash across the screen. Luxury hospitals with private helipads. Exclusive clinics hidden in tropical paradises. The ultra-wealthy emerging from treatment centers looking decades younger. While the rich celebrated their newfound immortality, the rest of the world watched in horror. Cancer rates continued to climb for those who couldn't afford Cura. The wealth gap became a life expectancy gap. And that's when the protests started. We're back on the streets now, the camera weaving through the crowd. Faces contorted with anger and desperation fill the frame. Signs bob above the sea of humanity. Cancer doesn't discriminate. Why should the cure? Life over profit. Cura for the people. I move through the throng, my heart heavy with the weight of my decision. I couldn't stand by and watch anymore. I whisper, my words nearly drowned out by the chants. I had access to Cura's core algorithms, the key to its miraculous abilities. I knew what I had to do. The scene cuts to a dimly lit room where I sit hunched over a computer terminal. Lines of code scroll past at dizzying speeds as my fingers fly across the keyboard. In the background, a news report plays silently, showing footage of riot police clashing with protesters. I worked through the night, dismantling the digital locks and safeguards. By morning, I had what I needed, a complete copy of Cura's source code and treatment protocols. My face fills the screen, eyes wide with a mixture of fear and determination. I uploaded everything to the darknet. Within hours, it had spread across the globe. Underground clinics sprang up overnight, offering Cura treatments at a fraction of the cost. The corporations tried to shut it down, but it was too late. The genie was out of the bottle. The camera pulls back, revealing that I'm now standing on a rooftop, overlooking the city. In the distance, sirens wail and smoke rises from pockets of unrest. I knew there would be consequences. I say, my voice barely above a whisper. I'm probably being tracked as we speak, but I couldn't live with myself if I didn't act. The question now is what happens next. The scene shifts rapidly, a montage of conflicting images, grateful patients receiving treatment in makeshift clinics, corporate lawyers issuing statements, government officials debating new legislation. Through it all, the protests continue, growing larger and more intense. We're at a crossroads now. I continue, my voice gaining strength. Cura has the potential to save millions of lives, but it's also exposed the deep inequalities in our society. Can we find a way to make this miracle accessible to everyone? Or will we allow it to become just another tool for the powerful to extend their dominance? The camera zooms in on my face one last time, capturing the conflict in my eyes. I don't have the answers, But I do know this, the world is watching, and the choices we make now will shape the future of humanity for generations to come. The scene fades to black, but my voice lingers, posing a final haunting question. In a world where AI can cure cancer, what does it mean to be human? And who gets to decide the value of a life? The screen goes dark, leaving the audience to grapple with the implications of a future where technology has the power to save us, all but only if we can overcome our own worst instincts. As the credits begin to roll, a subtle beeping sound grows louder, reminiscent of a heart monitor. It quickens, becoming more urgent. Before suddenly flattening into a single, sustained tone, the sound fades, replaced by the muffled chants of protesters, growing louder as if approaching from a distance. I for all, AI for all, AI for all. The chant builds to a crescendo before abruptly cutting off, leaving the audience in silence, their minds racing with questions about the future that awaits us all.